Hi, Shirley. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shirley.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
But happy birthday, Aunt Shirley.
And we're all glad that our family has such good genes, 100 years old. But you're going to be 100 for a whole year, and we're going to make sure to celebrate it many times during the year.
Yes.
100-year-olds needs many celebrations.
I went to the store to go get her balloons, and they said they don't have anything that has 100 because no one ever makes it there. They have 80 and 90, and they don't have 100.
I know it's the same thing with the greeting cards. Same thing with the greeting cards. You can't find 100.
That's right. I look for it too.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Shirley. I haven't seen you in a while, and I hope you're doing very well.
Sorry, you're not here.
Admittedly, I don't even know where you guys are right now, but it looks like a lot of fun. I'm a little jealous.
I guess the things I remember the most is going shopping. We could go for hours at a time. We go to Loman's and Queens, Lord & Taylor's, Macy's, the Altmans, all the stores that are probably not here anymore. I would always give up within 5 minutes and say, I can't find anything. And she would go through the racks and find me tons of things to try on. I'm probably the luckiest child as I have a most awesome mom.
So a lot of my earliest memories do involve you. I mean, I really grew up in Irvington in Westchester, New York, and Shirley was always making the very, very long trip out to visit us on Thanksgivings when we were growing up, on Yom Kippur to break the fast. A lot of these memories and these great memories I have with family. I always remember even as a little kid, I could go up and talk to Nan. She would tell me a little bit about Bridge Club. She would always ask about what I was interested in. She'd say, you know, oh, Jack, I heard you scored great on your math test when I was doing well, and when I wasn't, she would never bring it up. So somehow it was like she was being coached, or maybe my mom gave her, you know, a little list of things. But exactly. And when I graduated high school, she asked me about it. And when I came back from China on my gap year, she was, you know, I couldn't tell my stories to anyone. It's really hard to share traveler stories. A lot of people know, but Shirley always was there to listen, and I always got so much out of that. And it's just the consistency for me. She's been such a stable presence in my life growing up, which is so hard to say these days about so many things and people. So I'm really grateful that we still get together, have this time, and share it with my great
But whenever Shirley came over, she kind of has this thing about her that brings us all together. And for like however long she was there, whether it be like an hour or even like 30 minutes, it was just like super calm. It was just a very loving home. Not that it wasn't before, but there was a lot of fighting going on. But whenever she was there, it was like we were the perfect family. So I love you, Shirley. Happy birthday.
I mean, Shirley has been our whole life very much involved in our whole life for a long time. The most memorable events in our life started with our Christmas parties in Great Neck, which were just wonderful. And we got to know Lillian, and we got to know Laura and Billy very well. And Shirley has always been a guest at Solway House, which is a hotel our family owned in Saugerties for many years. And she was always committed to being engaged with the family. We love you, Shirley, and we're sorry we can't be there. And my favorite aunt. Thank you. I love you.
How can I count the ways that Shirley touched my life? Let's see. Intelligent, caring, accomplished, benevolent, divergent thinker, bridge master, and most importantly, centenarian. 100 years young. What an unbelievable attainment. Shirley, know that your life has special meaning and that the purpose of your birthday is to honor the unique person that you are. For guiding through example, for inspiring through passion, for leaving an indelible mark on the future, we celebrate you.
Nan let me drive her car, and I took her car out and I hit either a mailbox or a parked car, something like that. And I came home, and my mom, of course, was furious with me for wrecking her car, but Nan was like, don't even worry about it. It's so fine. Yeah, are you okay? And that just exemplifies how she is, just always cares about you and doesn't care about it. Every time we walk in the door, she's always smiling.
And Shirley, my memory of you is when, yes, Vanessa, when you came with your mother, Laura, to Florida, and always came to see my mother. Sarah, my mother was Sarah, your first cousin, Allah's first cousin. It seemed like everybody's first cousin. And it was wonderful when we all got together. And we finally had a family. And that was incredible to me. And I thank you for that, because it was fully joyous. So, Shirley, thank you very much for always treating my mother with dignity.
So I think it was like the second time I went to Nan's house, her apartment, and I saw these like chocolates, and I didn't ask, but she just kind of knew I wanted one. She asked, and did you want one? And I said yes, and she said take two, and I took two because it was amazing. And she was just so kind, and she was just, every time I come and see her and visit her, she's always like positive and never negative, and like always going up, never going down, always on the move. She can't get her down. She's always up there.
I just want to thank Shirley for always being the great person that she is, and I'm so glad she's still around, and I'm so sorry that I can't be there today.
We wanted to send our love. We're all here. There's Charlie and there's Lizzie. But what a wonderful woman you are, Shirley. You've done a lot for me and the family, and just like Kyle said, you can never find Shirley down. She's only up. She's only up. He said it well. I want to thank you for my love of cards. I never really knew where it came from until we had a long talk about bridge and poker and gin rummy. And one thing I would say that I wanted to highlight about Shirley, which I think is really incredible, even today at 100 years old, her mind is like a steel trap. I mean, the last time I saw Shirley, she was telling me stories about it was like 1918 or something, during the Depression, and things that happened during the war and things that happened to her as a child. And obviously she's told us how she met Harold and the time that they spent together as young adults and getting married. And I just think it's pretty incredible that at 100 years old, somebody has such incredible recall.
Wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. And one of the first times I met you was with Billy. And the first thing I remember walking away and telling my own mom how cute they were together, Billy and Shirley. They were laughing and giggling. We always had dinners at Atlantic Beach together, and that's how I got to know you. And it was always such a warm place to be.
And so we used to be playing all day long, and you always could find Nan. Where did you find Nan? Playing cards. Yes, beating everyone always. And
so when I was younger, I had a lot of facial hair on my face when I was in college. And my mom, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I need to get laser hair removal for my face because it's so embarrassing. Please pay for it. And she was like, we're already paying for your college. We're paying for your room. She's like, just shave it off. We'll deal with that later. So I called my grandmother and I said, Nan, please, it's going to cost $1,000 and I need this laser hair removal for my face. And she said, absolutely, I will pay for it for you. And so today I'm buying everyone's lunch today. I'm paying for the whole party to replace all the money that you paid for me for over the years. And I love you so much. You're so important to me. You are everything I've ever wanted in a grandmother. I love you.